What is up, guys, and welcome to the 2019 Tupelo Bay Open in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you're new to the channel, make sure to check it out. We got some awesome disc golf content on here. I'm joined with Disc Golf Dad in the booth. What's up?
How's it going? Thanks for having me. Yeah, we got some great play. Jeremy Koling is absolutely going off. I think he's playing 1050 rated golf all weekend. And then we've got, up-and-comer Nathan Queen. A lot of you guys know him. He had an incredible first year out on tour. And then two other absolute bombers, a righty and a lefty,
Yeah.
Austin Turner and Henry Childres. Some of you might not have heard as much of Henry. Plays mostly local stuff, but these guys just smash.
Yeah. And thanks to you guys for the 2020 Disc Golf Kid channel season. We will have a little bit more professional equipment. We're going to have a camera, mics, everything like that. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys subscribing. So thank you so much for that.
All right, so as we jump in here, you can kind of see the scores. Jeremy's just torched it. He's at 26 under. This is just going to be a fun course. Tell them a little bit about the course since you played it in another division.
So the course is definitely a bomber course, but you still have to be able to hit your lines most of the time. The fairways are usually pretty tight with a lot of water and roped OB. So this is hole one, about 800 feet. Plays every bit of it, maybe even more.
And when Jeremy, I gotta say, when Jeremy threw that, you saw him put his fist up.
Yeah.
He was just so sarcastic. Like, I forgot what he said, but that's exactly how I wanted to start off this round or something.
Yeah.
He just threw it straight into the ground. Not characteristic. If you haven't seen Jeremy, you're gonna see some bombs here in a second. Here's Austin.
And looks like he's throwing something flippy on a little bit of hyzer, getting a nice full flex. That's bomb. That's probably what, 450?
Yeah, I'd say right at 450.
Yeah.
He crushed that.
That's smashed. And this hole, all the greens out here, this is a ball golf course, and all the greens out here are playing OB. So if you go on one of those greens, you're definitely out of bounds. This is Nathan Queen, a little bit of an up-and-comer. Played really well at USDGC this year and last year. He's got a sneaky cannon behind that arm and throws some really technical shots.
Yeah, I think he would say he's not a long thrower, but he's sneaky long. There were none of these long holes out here, I don't think, that I can remember, that he didn't get to.
Yeah. Do you remember if that was a Wraith or a Destroyer?
I think the Wraith. He had that tie-dyed Wraith that he was wearing out on the bomb holes.
Yeah. So this is Henry Childres. This dude actually mashes. I've never heard of him until this tournament, but goodness does he throw far.
This is a perfect example of why we're happy to have new equipment. You can't even see that disc. He threw a roller, so I'll just describe it. Great roller right down the middle. It did curl out a little bit to the right at the end, but he threw that a good 500.
Yeah, that was for sure smashed. So the basket is right behind the green, so you have to be either really confident with this second shot or just lay it up right in front because you don't want to start off your tournament going out of bounds.
Yeah, and Jeremy was kind of between two or three discs here, and he wanted to make up for that first tee shot, and he actually threw it even lower.
He was very happy with that. You can hear him saying, "What are you doing, Germ?" He just didn't know what was going on. He's played so well the whole tournament, and just to start off like that was probably a little disappointing for him. I'm sure he'll get it back, though. This is Nathan Queen. Don't exactly know what disc that was, but it looks pretty stable. He's throwing a hyzer, trying to get over that green and have a nice birdie putt. I think he did, right? Did he get over?
It skips. We'll see when we get up there. It skips. Okay. I mean, it was obviously the right line, but he had to really jump on that from as far back as he was.
Especially on straight hyzer the whole way. That's got to be a mash. Now, Austin throwing a force, probably, I assume. Looking really good. Maybe a skip off the green. Oh, my God. Did that hit the basket?
It totally hit the basket.
Oh, my gosh. He just pegged the basket.
I don't know if you can hear him saying he's just realizing it hit the basket and rolled back on the green.
No
So not
way.
only did it almost go in and not, but now it's OB in the middle of the green.
That's so unlucky. Henry's throwing a big spike hyzer around the right side, which is not something most players do because most players aren't far enough up to where they can throw that line.
Yeah.
Germ throwing a little forehand approach here. This looks really textbook. Maybe a little skip towards the basket. Oh!
Oh, man.
Almost got it.
So, you played this hole. Talk about how easy they make some of these shots look. I mean, those are not easy shots.
No, definitely not. You have to throw your first drive at least 400 feet if you want to even have a chance at the birdie or right around 4, as we see great putts by Germ and Henry. This is Nathan for his par.
You can see.
Did it roll out of bounds?
See the circle?
Oh,
it
it
did.
did.
It was like 1 foot.
So that was for his par save though, right?
He still saved par.
Okay.
That's right.
So this is Austin for his par as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a par frame and then Henry with a good birdie. Hole 2. This is a turnover backhand or a flick. We're gonna see Henry go with the flick. He's throwing it a little too high and spiky, but he's gonna have probably a 70-footer. Germ, a player with a very good forehand, is gonna flick one up there. I'd be surprised if this isn't inside circle. And no,
It did. It was such a
That's
great shot.
so
He kind of knew it. He gave it a little gas, and it was some sort of fast wide rim driver, and just skipped right up on the green.
Yeah, the good thing is this basket is so close to the green. As we see Austin hitting the pole, oh my gosh.
Just
That
drops it stone dead. Some stable putter
Yeah.
that just looked like he could do it all day.
Germ should still have a 20-footer for his par, so that's going to be nice. As Nathan also giving it a good run, and that's going to stay in bounds.
I got the sense he's so controlled that he was aiming for that 15-foot right of the pin.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if that was actually exactly where he meant to throw it.
Henry,
Yeah.
that's an air ball, and that's rolled 25 feet down into the
Nice
sand.
birdie, Nathan.
The sand is all playing inbounds, which is weird because usually sand plays out of bounds and greens are inbounds. But the sand is all inbounds, so you're going to see these players targeting the sand a lot to avoid big skips or anything like that because it is really windy down here in Myrtle Beach.
Here's for par.
24-footer. Oh my gosh, just off the cage. And so his amazing birdie, just like that, is erased. Austin Turner, hole 3, is a 300-foot hole. Oh no, that's tracking the water.
That was so uncharacteristic. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he doesn't miss lines. I don't know,
For
was
sure.
it, you were out there on a different hole, but was it really cold? I didn't know if some of these errant shots early on were just the weather.
It definitely was a little chilly this morning, but it was also, it's just always windy here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, he almost skipped that
Dude,
in.
sit down,
No
sit down.
way.
That's that, okay.
It did. It did. What a beautiful, I mean, so controlled. Just
Yeah.
tried to skip it. Almost like he tried to skip it in.
Germ throwing a nice flick out here. That looks really good. Can I get a skip as well? It's so windy. You can see the wind pushing those skips.
What direction was the wind blowing on this hole?
I think left to right,
Okay.
in my experience. I had a dude throw one on a hyzer and it flipped up and just the wind pushed it into the water. It was so unfortunate. Henry going a big spike hyzer because simply he can. That's looking good. Maybe a little long. Sit down.
Look
Is
at
that on the green?
It doesn't look like it got all the way to the green, but what an incredibly, unfortunate skip. That thing skipped like 40 feet left.
That was coming in on such steep hyzer. How does that happen?
Exactly.
Nathan with a straight headwind of a putt, about 34 feet, I'm going to say. He's not jumping, so I'm going to guess that was 32 feet.
Just damn side chains.
Nathan with that patented jump putt, I'm going to guess he had to be inside circle or he would have wanted to jump.
Oh,
As
just
Germ
crushes
drills
it.
that, great birdie putt.
His putting so far, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not off, he's right on the pole.
Yeah. Hole 4, goodness, I hate this hole.
This is a very, very long par 4. A lot of the, amateur players and lesser pros were taking huge numbers. Jeremy just stripes it down the middle on the safe side of the fairway.
Oh, yeah. That was so textbook. Nathan with a little scarier shot because his backhand is going to be finishing towards the water, but he does that perfectly. I'm going to assume another wraith.
Another sneaky power shot
Yeah.
where he got that out there 410 and didn't even look like it. And,
Henry,
so
I can't tell if
early.
this was early or if he wanted Anheuser on it, but yeah, that's definitely finishing left OB. There is a cart path that runs up the whole left side, so you've got to keep it right in this fairway, which is actually very challenging. It looks like a huge fairway, and I mean it is, but it just gets in your head. Austin
Turner
also
get it on it.
smashing one. That's turning over. That looks so good.
He's such a beast. If you guys have never seen Austin Turner play, go watch some of his footage. He's just got really solid lefty
Yeah.
power.
So Henry is going to be taking his lie. The cart paths are actually all inbounds, but past the cart paths are out of bounds. So he still gets like a T-pad run up here
That's
on
right.
the cart path.
Very helpful.
Yeah, because it was raining 2 days before, very hard, so the grounds are still a little slick. That
So-
needs to get up.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see that
Oh.
just dropped. Like, I'm guessing he threw that right where he wanted,
Yeah.
and it just fell out of the air.
definitely did.
Very
He-
quick. So you can't see the pin. That was tracking straight at the pin. It's back in that clump of trees there.
Yeah, and this looks really good. Skip in there. Oh, yeah, he's going to have a 40-footer for birdie, probably.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, Henry's shot almost looked like it was just going to stop there and he was going to have a terrible look at it, but it skipped into the land, so he's still going to have a putt.
That's right. And then Germ right there, you just to catch up.
Yeah.
Germ threw the same shot, but his just kept cruising, had the right power, the right height, and is right in there by the pin.
Yeah, for sure. Austin throws a great shot as well. So here is Henry for his putt, since he did hit the land.
Oh, and that was for bogey, right? Because he was OB twice on that hole.
I think that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was for bogey. He's going to take a double.
Oh,
Nathan
clutch putt.
drills a putt.
That had to be, what, 30-footer?
I'd give it a little more.
35?
34, 35, yeah. Austin here, about 24-footer, I'd say. Oh, my gosh.
Barely low.
Just off the cage. And those are putts that you expect pro to make every time, but those putts are so intimidating standing over them.
And it's more windy than the flag is showing.
For sure. Because those are the ones that everyone expects you to make, so it's almost like there's more pressure behind them. As Germ sneaks his over the cage
bounces it
from
over the top of the cage.
21 feet. You can see Germ stretching in the bottom right corner.
I had to keep that picture because that's how tall he is. That's like the teeth marker on the ball golf course.
He's throwing a spike. Oh my gosh, that almost went in. This hole's 271.
So that had to be a little bit early, right? He couldn't have been trying to put it between the pin and the cart path.
And there is the cart path to the left is OB, and the green right behind to the right of the basket is OB. As Nathan's thrown it into the bunker, that's going to be a safe shot. I don't think it's necessarily what he wanted, but the bunker is going to be very helpful there. As Austin looks like he's trying to skip one up there. That needs to skip and then stop. Did he hit the bunker too?
I think it looked like it got just over the bunker.
Gotcha. As Henry thrown the spike as well.
Yes.
Sit. Oh my gosh.
I mean, that was early, but his power, he hasn't really had a hole to open up yet.
Right.
But that's like, he's spiking that way up into the clouds.
This hole's only 271 feet, but uphill probably playing 3. And then when he's throwing it that high, that's at least 475 feet
birdie.
of power.
I believe he birdied that.
I think that was a birdie.
Unless he was on the green OB, but I think he was good.
I think it was. But either way, it's a great putt. As Germ tapping in for his birdie on a hole that really looks easy, but it's playing very hard.
Talk about this hole, because this is kind of like sneaky challenging.
So this hole is only 302 feet, I think. But there's a raging right to left hand as we see Germ polling it. Goodness. The right to left wind is just insane. You either want to keep something completely under the wind and just try and force it in there, or you have to completely commit and just let the wind push it. And that's beautiful too.
Nathan just threw a putter straight at it.
That was a putter?
Yeah.
Goodness. Austin throwing a nice little shot there. That's going to leave him probably 23 feet up the hill. Even Henry's not throwing a spike. That's how much wind there is. And he's skipping up there as well. We have 3 players inside 25 feet.
Just made that hole look so easy.
Yes. Austin's furthest down, and this is what, 22 feet?
Yeah, if that.
Oh my gosh, how did that stay in? You can see him holding up the hand.
Oh, look at it.
Slow motion. I just said slow motion. That's a new word.
Like...
I think more than half of the disc was outside of the basket.
Physically, I don't know how gravity didn't. I don't know how that stayed in. I don't get that.
That's crazy, actually.
So, and talk about the elevated pins. Like, every pin is up on one of these mounds.
They're all on mounds. The wind can really get in your head. When you're putting uphill with the headwind straight into your face, you know, it's just hard because you don't practice that putt that much.
Yeah. All right, what do we got here?
Hole 7 is a 425-foot hole, probably playing 450 uphill a little bit. Germ's thrown that a little short on the green. He's going to have a 50-footer on an elevated basket for his par.
I felt so bad for him as Nathan throws. Oh, this is good.
That needs to skip off the green, though.
Is it flat enough?
I think it did.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
He got off the back.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Germ because they were just talking about the distance, and he was thinking it was playing more like 460.
It for sure is, yes.
And then they said no, he took a lesser disc, and that's how he ended up short. I wonder if
put a good
Austin just
shot.
playing that for a 3. Because he set that about 50 feet short, but it looked like he did it exactly where he wanted.
That needs to push. That definitely needs to push. Oh my gosh, it does. That's so good. He's thrown a spike on a 460-foot hole, and he's 15 feet away.
Straight hyzer the whole way over
As
water.
Austin's laying up, Germ's laying up a 40-footer. You know it's a death putt when they're laying up 40-footers.
Yep.
And that headwind could just float
This is for
it.
birdie, because he skipped all the way long.
Oh,
wow.
I think he was just inside circle because he didn't jump again. Right to left wind for Henry.
No.
Sit. Okay.
He spike hyzered to 20 feet on that hole.
Yeah, and that's a putt that he's going to remember the rest of the round. Germ tapping in, Austin throwing his discs up in the air. I think we're going to have to stroke him on that.
So after this, I think we got another bomb of a par 4, if I'm not mistaken. Or par 3, yes.
This is a 440-foot par 3 uphill with a little bit of headwind, I think. A very challenging hole, green right in front of the basket, as you can see, as Nathan parks it. Oh my goodness.
Incredible. This is one of those holes for us mere mortals. Like, I could never even think about getting here. This is just so hard, and I mean, he's going straight hyzer.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this hole is definitely challenging. I took a triple bogey on this whole first round. It's just, if you're anywhere except in the middle of the fairway, it's so challenging. There's water right behind the basket. It's death back there, too, as Henry's looking to throw a good shot. That looks good as well. There's a drop-off and water right behind the basket. Weeds on the right, green short. Like, you just have to throw the perfect shot or you're out of bounds.
Let's see what Big Germ's got. Big high hyzer.
That looks like one of his Thunderbirds, but I can't tell. Oh my gosh, good shot. He's gonna have, I think, a 30-footer, probably. Nathan looks 32 feet away.
Oh my gosh, dead center.
Dead center, great putt there.
Yeah.
Germ, another inside circle putt. Henry able to cash that one. That's a really good birdie.
Good bounce back. Yep.
Yeah, they're 3 under on this card, and they were all inside circle. That just really shows something. That was probably playing one of the tougher holes on the course.
All right, last hole of the front 9. Absolute smash, 477 feet.
Par 3.
3, though, with OB green all in front of the pin and a lake
OB water all behind.
Yeah,
this hole is like, I think the only people that were going for the pin in 1 knew they were out of the whole thing. It was just a for fun thing. If you're at all trying to play this smart, you're laying up. As we see, I can't tell if Henry was going for that or just throwing a really far layup. Nathan throwing a really nice layup there. And Germ's going to throw a sidearm layup here. He's so good at that sidearm flex. Yeah, but all 4 players are in the fairway, I think, right?
I think Henry may have skipped out left, actually. I could not tell.
Okay.
Looked like he was flirting with the left cart path.
Germ, go in. Oh my gosh. That's his AVR X3, I'm assuming, that he throws so well. It's a first run, and that's
and
just...
Henry was OB, so this is a layup for a bogue now.
Yeah, okay. Austin, was he safe there?
He was safe. His disc was barely out of the water. That was actually him playing from his lie.
Okay. So they're all going to tap in for 3, I think. Austin has a little bit of a tester here.
Yeah, and just talk about how beautiful this course was. I mean, we're seeing it here on the last hole of the front.
It was definitely amazing. It was one of my favorite tournaments I've played all year, and I think I played the worst in it. I shot terrible golf for me, but I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, leave a like. I had a lot of fun playing this tournament. We got a giveaway going on now. If you want to help grow the sport, make sure to subscribe. You can go check out the video on my community page. Tell all of your friends about the channel, and you can win free things. So, see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Went back twice.